Hello and welcome to another edition of Tourismus. I'm Abigail Munalula and I'll be telling you more about our topics, destinations and to the point segments for today. Stay tuned. The NNF, known as the Namibia Nature Foundation, in partnership with the University of Oxford, has launched a study to better understand the impact of elephants on commercial farmers in the Kunene Region, where human-elephant conflict remains a significant challenge. The research is led by doctoral student Jessica Tacey and master's student Luca Furigo from the University of Oxford's Conservation Research Unit, working alongside Dr. Darag Hare, Dr. Egil Droger, and NNF's professors Morgan Hauptfleisch, pardon me for the pronunciation. Through an online survey, researchers aim to gather farmers' experiences and views on sharing their land with elephants, which frequently move across commercial farms in the region. The findings are expected to improve understanding of the challenges faced by farmers and support future conservation and conflict mitigation efforts. Researchers have assured participants that all responses will remain anonymous, securely stored and used only for scientific purposes, including reports and journal articles. Participation is voluntary and respondents may withdraw at any stage. The study has received ethical approval from the University of Oxford's Central Research Ethics Committee. India's Ambition Cheetah Reintroduction Program has researched a landmark milestone with the country's cheetah population surpassing 50 animals, a success story that places Namibia's conservation legacy at the center of one of the world's most ambitious wildlife restoration projects. The population at Kuno National Park has grown to 57 cheetahs following the birth of 5 cubs by Jwala, a Namibian cheetah who has now successfully produced her third litter on Indian soil. The latest birth marks the 10th successful cheetah litter since the species was reintroduced to India, bringing the total number of cubs born in the country to 37. The milestone was highlighted by Rahul Shrivastava, High Commissioner of India to Namibia, who described the achievement as Testament to the strength of the India-Namibia Conservation Partnership and the adaptability of Namibian cheetahs in a new ecosystem. Average occupancy at Namibia's hotels, lodges and guest houses rose to more than 57% during the second quarter of 2026, exceeding both last year's levels and those recorded before the pandemic. Namibia's tourism accommodation sector has posted its strongest second quarter performance since before the COVID-19 pandemic, with average occupancy performance surpassing both last year's figures and 2019 levels, even as official tourism arrivals statistics indicate a decline in visitors from key source markets. According to the Hospitality Association of Namibia, HAN, average accommodation occupancy during the second quarter of 2026 exceeded 57%, representing an increase of nearly 5% compared to the same period in 2025 and more than 3% above the pre-pandemic benchmark of 2019. CEO of HUN, Gitta Pitzold, said that the positive trend continued in June, when occupancy reached just under 59%, up sharply from just under 48% recorded in June last year and well above the 51.2% recorded in June 2019. And that's all for our topics today. Moving on to destinations. So now we are looking at Pioneers Lodge, which is a serene and stylish lodge located in the town of Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. Let's watch as marketing manager Suzanne Smith chats with Carly Abrantes to find out more.
So guys, for today's destination segment, we've decided to take you guys across the border and we are going to visit Pioneers Lodge in Vic Falls. So we are joined here by their marketing manager, Suzanne Smith. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming and seeing us in our part of the world.
100%. We have to shine a spotlight on one of the top 5 lodges in the Vic Falls area. So could you please give us a rundown of Pioneers Lodge?
So Pioneers is an owner-run and operated lodge, which is quite a special thing in itself. You know, it gives you that personal touch. The owners are very on the ground. They're involved in the day-to-day running of it, also in the day-to-day upkeep, so you don't have to wait for maintenance to be done. So that kind of gives it a little bit of a special touch. But it's a 50-room lodge, which straight away people kind of think it must be kind of compact on top of each other and very impersonal. It's not that at all. It is a massive property. We kind of decided not to build things on top of each other, so the rooms are around the outside kind of the property, and then they're expansive gardens with beautiful trees. When the lodge was built, it was 6 properties. They only removed 9 of the existing trees and they built everything kind of around it. So the garden is really established. It's beautiful. It's old. There's incredible bird life. You get a few mongooses coming in, and yeah, so it's an incredible property.
It really is.
And even when we're full, you know, we can sleep 108 people there, but because of the way it's set up and how things operate in Vic Falls with people going at different times to activities and things, you never ever feel like you've got 100+ people in the place with you. You kind of feel like, you know, it's almost got a bit of a homely feeling, although it's this big lodge.
Well, the rooms are all absolutely stunning. I noticed that with the wallpapers, you guys have obviously got a theme going on. We've got monkey, we've got elephant, we've got jungle, and the rooms, I like that you said that the gardens are expansive. The rooms themselves are massive.
Yes.
You feel like, okay, I can breathe. And
there's definitely room to
being
move around. It's
exactly.
not a case of climbing out of the bed and having the wall right there.
Yes.
You've actually got space between your bedside tables and the walls. And I think also the way the mosquito nets are put in, because obviously we need them in this part of the world. But when you've got king size beds and then you've got the mosquito nets up like they are, you need to have room, and it's you know, nothing feels like it's claustrophobic.
Yes.
It's also, I think, everything at Pioneers, the ceilings are higher and stuff, so you've got that whole feeling of light and air.
It's the small
and
things that matter, but it makes the space feel bigger. That's 100% right.
Yes, absolutely.
Quickly tell me, you guys are quite special because you're a restaurant that's open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. You guys are open to the public as well?
So we do open the restaurant to the public. We have, obviously the breakfast is not there, that's kind of bed and breakfast, and then we have a nice light lunch seasonal menu, and then obviously the dinner as well, but we allow walk-ins to come in and have dinner.
Good. So people can be spoiled if they're in the area.
Absolutely, 100%.
So those people that are doing camping and they're doing self-drive for 3 weeks, if you guys need a decent steak, and I believe I saw on the menu they were crocodile dishes.
And there's some game meat as well, so
there
you
we
can
go.
come in and
everyone will be taken
see
care
it
of.
out there. Yeah,
guys,
absolutely.
do yourselves a favor, pop around to Pioneers Lodge in Vic Falls. It's a beautiful place. You will be welcomed as if you're family, and then you will leave being family. So have a good time there and let us know when you go.
Come and see us.
My, that was beautiful. And now let's look at Sandwich Harbour. On this adventure, we are joining Sandwich Tours, owned by Kenneth Capitaco, the current concession holder of Sandwich Harbour, as they take us from the Walvis Bay waterfront through the lagoon and salt pans, and into this remarkable landscape for an unforgettable day of dune driving, wildlife, and spectacular views.
Journey with us as we explore one of Namibia's most spectacular natural wonders, Sandwich Harbour. Our adventure begins at the Walfish Bay waterfront, where a cool Atlantic breeze and a blanket of morning mist set the scene for an unforgettable day. Before setting off, guests enjoy a warm cup of coffee while meeting the friendly team from Sandwich Stores and Car Rentals, owned by Kenneth Kapitako, the current concession holder for Sandwich Harbour. With introductions complete and the vehicles ready, excitement fills the air as we leave the waterfront behind and begin our journey along Namibia's breathtaking coastline. First stop is the Walfish Bay Lagoon, a wetland of international importance and one of Southern Africa's most remarkable bird-watching destinations. From the lagoon, we continue to the famous Walfish Bay salt pans. Stretching across the landscape, the simmering white salt fields contrast beautifully with the blue sky and surrounding desert. This unique landscape is not only beautiful, but also plays an important role in Namibia's salt industry. As we continue our journey, we pass palkies, where local fishing activities offer a glimpse into life along the Atlantic coast. Anglers patiently cast their lines while seabirds circle overhead, adding to the peaceful atmosphere of the morning. Before entering the protected Sandwich Harbour area, we arrive at the access gate. Here, permits are checked and all the necessary vehicle documentation is inspected. These regulations help protect one of Namibia's most fragile coastal ecosystems and ensure that visitors can continue to enjoy this remarkable destination responsibly. Once through the gate, the landscape changes dramatically. The further we travel, the more spectacular the scenery becomes. Towering sand dunes rise from the desert before disappearing into the Atlantic Ocean, creating one of the few places on Earth where the world's oldest desert meets the sea. Soon, the real adventure begins. Our experienced driver expertly navigates the massive dunes, climbing steep, sandy slopes before descending into sweeping valleys. Every turn reveals another breathtaking view, showcasing the incredible beauty that has made Sandwich Harbour one of Namibia's most sought after destinations. The excitement of dune driving is matched only by the spectacular scenery surrounding us. Endless golden dunes, crashing ocean views, and untouched wilderness create an unforgettable experience that leaves visitors in awe. Reaching one of the highest viewpoints, we stopped to admire the incredible panoramic views stretching across the coastline. Here, surrounded by nature's beauty, a delicious lunch is served. It's a perfect opportunity to relax, take photographs of experience, and appreciate the silence and the vastness of this extraordinary place. With lunch enjoyed and memories captured, it is time to turn our journey back. Along the return route, thousands of Cape cormorants can be seen gathered along the shoreline, creating another unforgettable wildlife spectacle. Their presence is a reminder of the rich biodiversity that calls this coastline home. Now, as we make our way back towards Walvis Bay, the weather has transformed completely. The cool mist that welcomed us in the early morning has given way to warm sunshine, bathing the waterfront in golden light as we arrive back from where our adventure began. From peaceful lagoons and sparkling salt pans to exhilarating dune driving and breathtaking ocean views, Sandwich Harbour offers an experience unlike any other. Until next time, keep on exploring the beautiful Namibia.
You know what? Now I'm missing the coast. I think I'm going to make a turn there this weekend. Okay, now we're moving on to the point. To the point, Wibke Prelate, Head of Marketing and Sales at Namibia Tracks and Trails, tells us more as the company celebrated its 40th anniversary in Swakopmund, reflecting on its growth, resilience, and new milestones. Company owner Alco Grutemeyer, also speaks about the company's growth.
Wibke, we're here at the celebration, your 40th anniversary celebration for Tracks and Trails Namibia, and the reveal of your new brand, or what is it, your new office?
Yes, it's a combination of the three actually.
Okay.
So obviously a very big milestone for us, the 40th anniversary this year. The company being founded in 1986 by my grandfather. So we thought we'd use this opportunity to also give it a fresh new look and feel.
Yeah.
So that's where the reveal from the brand comes in. And obviously we moved into our beautiful new home at the end of January, the first lot of us. So it's the official opening of this wonderful building, which was a huge big project and achievement for us as well.
Where did, how far has Tracks and Trails come now? I mean, in the past 40 years?
So we literally started when my grandfather registered the company in 1986 with a little company called Desert Adventure Safaris. With, I think there were 4 or 5 staff that were operations, tour guides, cooks, everything in one. And later he then got awarded the concession where Palmbach Lodge is today. So he built the very first Palmbach Lodge. And then also the very first Serra Cafema, which is one of the most remote lodges on the Angolan border, which today is a very high-end luxury lodge run by Wilderness Safaris.
Okay.
And then in the early 90s, my parents joined, and they then took the company to new heights because tourism was receiving a lot of attention. We started attending trade fairs, and and we've just grown and grown since then. So I joined the family business. I was in tourism actually in South Africa. I joined the family business in 2015, and together with my brother-in-law, we will eventually be at the helm, hopefully one day, and our kids will also take over.
So we're looking at third generation at the moment?
We are looking at third generation at the moment. We are looking at an involvement of over 40 years from 4 or 5 employees, where we have 93 people on the payroll now.
Yeah.
You know, and the best thing is we love what we do, and we create exceptional journeys for our guests, and that's what it's all about, and that's what we want it to stay like.
Obviously, there's still business in tourism, right?
There is a lot of business in tourism. Obviously, it is a very volatile industry. It does have its challenges. And I think one of the biggest things where we learned that very quickly was obviously in the pandemic in 2020. COVID was a very difficult time for us, but we also managed to get through it. And here we are, still going strong, and Namibia is receiving a lot of attention on the international tourism market at the moment. There are more international airlines coming in. There was just another exciting announcement this week of more flights coming into Windhoek. So it's definitely growing, and the potential is still there. So and we've got a beautiful country to showcase, so we definitely have the opportunity to keep that going.
Finally, what do you have, any message for your, I would say, your clients and your supporters and so forth? I presume a lot of them are here today.
Yes, a lot of our suppliers, a lot of our partners, business associates, stakeholders of the industry. I would like to actually just thank everybody for their trust and support. But most of all, I think the biggest appreciation goes to our team, the people that make NTT. So we, that is who we are, and that's what makes us and what makes our successes. So I think the biggest message of thank goes out to the NTT team tonight.
Yeah, excellent. We'll enjoy.
Thank you.
All right.
It is a great honor and privilege to stand here today as we celebrate 40 years of Namibia Tracks and Trails and the new future of this company. "40 years is more than a milestone. It is a story of vision, resilience, hard work, and a deep love for Namibia. Its landscapes, its wildlife, its people, and the unforgettable experiences it offers to the world. When Namibia Tracks and Trails began, it was built on more than just the idea of travel. It was built on the belief that journeys should mean something, that visitors should not simply pass through Namibia, but truly experience it, its beauty, its spirit, and its soul. Over the past 4 decades, this company has helped shape the way countless travelers to see and experience our country. It has opened doors to adventure, created lasting memories, and built bridges between people from around the world and remarkable land we call home. To be able to do this, we managed to build our own platform. And allow me to give you a brief rundown, and this is quite a story of what happened, when and where, and where we find ourselves today. In 1986, my dad, Karl Scrutemeyer, established a mobile safari called Desert Adventure Safaris. And I think there's a wonderful PowerPoint presentation supporting my speech here a bit. A tiny small office formed the head office. Remember now we talk about head office and satellite office and all this stuff. In Moltke Street, right next to the FNB Bank. At that stage, a handful of family and friends were called the staff.
Together, this logo and slogan have served as a powerful representation of our brand, our values, and our passion. The evolution of our new logo started quite simply in March last year, I think, with a number of in-house ideas and concepts. We explored different possibilities and discussed what NTT means to us. While these initial designs provided a valuable starting point, we knew we wanted to take the process further and ensure that the final result truly reflected the heart and soul of this organization. We therefore partnered with Snowball Studio to help bring our vision to life. One of the first pieces of advice that Stefan gave us was very simple but very, very powerful. Before redesigning the brand, he said, ask the people who know it best. So we conducted a company-wide survey involving every single one of the team members in the NTT team, from the managing director right down to our cleaners, casual staff. It is my great honor and privilege to present the new logo. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
And that was all we have for you today on Tourismus. Until next time.